Now referring to you, demand and recovery. Demand by department. Recovery initiated by the department if you not paid for the demand. In this regard, proper officer, the officer who is powered to have issue show cause notices, demand the taxes. We call them adjudicating authority. Field formation. Who can adjudicate up to what amount of demand of tax? If you refer the superintendent, up to 20 lakhs of rupees of tax, total tax, CGST, SGST, IGST, together I am talking. Up to 20 lakhs can be demanded by the superintendent. I am talking about tax amount, tax. CGST means tax. By not adding interest penalties, total demand how much? Of tax, CGST, SGST, IGST, which is up to 20 lakhs. Superintendent is empowered to issue show cause notice and adjudicate by passing the OIO order in original. SCN show cause notice. Henceforth, I will use only SCN followed by OIO. It's clear, sir? Assistant Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner, empowered to demand total tax beyond 20 lakhs, not exceeding 2 crores. Additional Commissioner or the Joint Commissioner is empowered to demand by issuing a show cause notice beyond 2 crores without any upper limit of tax. The tax, total tax, which is nothing but this. Up to 20 lakhs, superintendent. Beyond 20 lakhs, up to 2 crores, AC or DC. Beyond 2 crores without upper limit is JC, Joint Commissioner or Additional Commissioner. We call them adjudicating authority and their monetary limit. A superintendent issue the show cause notice and pass the order for 2 crores. Such a order null and void. Officer acted beyond his jurisdiction. The limit is only for 20 lakhs. How dare you to issue the 2 crores and all? You get my point? Now please come back. Further referring here, show cause notice. These and all pages can simply skip because examples are there. Straight away to go to the notice, show cause notice. Department, the CBIC said, hey department officers, when the taxpayer not paid the tax, short paid the tax, erroneously claimed refund of the tax or erroneously claimed the input tax credit, in all these cases, show cause notice not a first choice. First to intimate him, hey Mr. Taxpayer, we notice that by scrutinizing your return under section 61, scrutiny of return, we came to know that there are some differences. Could you please explain, or can you pay this amount? To that intimation, if the taxpayer not responded properly, then only the department should proceed to issue notice called show cause notice. After the show cause notice, there is a concept called as order in original. Basic parameters are this: show cause notice containing show the cause why should not ask you to pay the differential amount of tax In case of short levied, rupees 2 lakhs. Tax how much? 2 lakhs. Short levied. Okay. And passing the order for 3 lakhs. Absolutely not acceptable. Order in original should be par with the show cause notice or less than the show cause notice. When you issue the show cause notice, the taxpayer issue the reply to you. Yes, sir, you may be misunderstood, sir. I am submitting my submission, sir, with explanation, sir. Officer satisfied with that, he can reduce that liability by passing the order or confirm the liability. While confirming the liability, if not satisfied cases, you should not, being officer, confirm the liability more than the amount mentioned in the show cause notice. At the same time, while passing the order, you should not consider new things which is not noticed in the notice. Short levied only notice, show cause notice. Then passing the order, refund of ITC wrongly, that should not be noticed. Show cause notice containing what? Short levied of tax. Order pass, if you like, equal amount of show cause notice for short levied. But you cannot bring in order in original, tax not paid acting fraudulently, claim the refund, and therefore is again 5 lakhs. 2 lakhs plus 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs. Show cause notice for only 2 lakhs. Such order in original will be null and void. It's clear as well. At the same time, passing the order without issue of notice also null and void. Order must be there, show cause notice must be there, followed by order in original. Directly passing the order without notice, null and void. Issue the notice but not pass the order in time, the show cause notice, null and void. So what are the parameters to issue the notice and order in original, which is now presenting here? A practical live manner present. Live manner. You will understand by listening itself. Further reading is is a revision for you. That's all. Now, for issuance of show cause notice, where for the intimation the taxpayer not responded properly, department is proceeding to issue notice. From the financial year, this there is your what we can call it institute amendment material. Here we have, see, many places 74A, 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 74A. All places, many places. So many places. It is a new provision from 1st November 2024. Means this is not amended provision for May 25 exam. It is an amended provision for our September 25 exam onwards. But this gentleman, CA Institute amendment material, they said section 74A from 1st November 2024, which we already incorporated in the latest study material soft copy uploaded in the CA Institute material, that you refer. What is not reported in the latest study material only given here as an amendment. There are many points are misplaced. Amendment from 1st November 2024 to 28th February 2024, 2025, some of the amendments already there in the material, soft copy. They ask me you refer that. The rest you refer here. Section 74 capital A, they are supposed to be bring here. They brought here payment of tax case. But here they have been said just a new section 74A from 1st November 24 for the financial year pertaining to 24-25. But here they added in rule number 88B. What is 88B? Interest recovery. That means rule number 88B, sub rule number 1, sub rule number 2, sub rule number 3 we refer, no sir. Here you can claim ITC, here gross liability, here input tax credit, form of utilization. There if you not paid the tax and interest, you get a point, and department will be issued to you 74, the notice under 74A if it is for the year 24-25 onwards. What about before that? From the day one of inception to till the 23-24 financial year, we had two sections. 73, 74. Section 73 for reasons other than the fraud. 74 for reasons of the fraud. For the both cases, there are two different time limits has been issued for the issuance of short notice. But these two are merged into one basket. The name of the basket called what? Section 74A, a new section from the financial year 24-25 onwards. Now please come back. My intention is to explain to you 74 capital A, which is not dealt elaboratively in the amendment material, which is there in the latest CA Institute study material soft copy. But otherwise, simply sit Rafi sir class, you will understand, or listen also. Now, I am referring here section 74A. This is with effect from 1st November 2024. Now, come back here. Assume a scenario, a case of short paid, not paid, excess ITC claimed or refund erroneously claimed. Now, this is under one category. This is one category. This is a different category. This one is a different refund claimed erroneously. Time limit to issue. Show cause notice here is 42 months from relevant date, which is nothing but filing of annual return due date. Just give the introduction only. I have not gone into subject. This is considered here also 42 months. 42 months means how many years and months? 3 years, 6 months. 3 years, 6 months. But law reads as a 42 months. So, here also 42 months. What for? To issue show cause notice. To issue show cause notice. 5 months from date of refund claimed. It's very different. Here, annual return due date. Now, I am bringing you notice example by example. Listen here. I will bring to notice right now the example. Taking into account short paid, or for example not paid other than fraud, other than fraud. In that case, I will ask you doubts, you have to answer here. For example, Mr. X, registered person, taxpayer. Who is the taxpayer? In the financial year 24-25, for the month of April, for the month of April, short paid means what? Output tax 20 lakhs, actual 25 lakhs, ITC 5 lakhs, 15 lakhs. But here ITC 5 lakhs should pay 20 lakhs. Is actual liability to pay. But you paid how much? 15 lakhs. The difference is equal to how much? This is called short paid. Short paid how much? Rupees 5 lakhs. Is clear, sir? Now it become a back end process. Can I remove this now? Yes or no? I can remove this. Whenever you want, you can take it back. Not a problem. Otherwise, we can keep here somewhere. Is a background. It's clear, huh? Now please come back. This is what happened. This is for April month, Raja. April month, short paid how much? 5 lakhs. Now, department officer. Here, department officer, for example. So, he is a assistant commissioner. As a department officer, GST, want to issue show cause notice, which is under section 74A, to recover short paid. How much? 5 lakhs. So for him, he will issue to this taxpayer show cause notice. What is the maximum time limit is given to issue show cause notice here? Means 42 months from the relevant date. Now, in the given financial year 2025, due date of filing annual return as per section 44, namely GSTR 9, is nothing but 31st December 2025. Correct, Baba? But assume a scenario. He filed the return annual return filed on, for example, when filed. He filed, let us say, 31st May 2025. Possible or not possible? Well possible. He filed the return. Even the 44 AB tax audit report due date is there, but that also finalized in the month of April. Tax audit report also can be filed. Filed or not? Due date not could wait. Clear? Tax audit report filed, annual return also filed. If so, officer want to issue show cause notice by taking 42 months from the relevant date. Now here, two dates are there. Due date filing annual return 31st December 2025. Actual date of filing the return of annual return. Two are there. Which date should be considered? The law clearly says, irrespective of filing of annual return, you file and not immediately for me. 42 months commences from the due date of filing the annual return. That's it. That means 3 years, 6 months, Baba. Correct? So, can I go for that? What are the things? 3 years means which year? 2026. Thereafter, 27. Thereafter, 8. Thereafter, 2029 here. June, not 30th June 2029. So show cause notice can be issued till 30th September 2029. Is clear as? Now, can I remove this area? This area can I remove? Oh no, that not required. Correct? Then, assume a scenario. If issue show cause notice issued on, for example, today what date? Time limit is there, yeah. Show cause notice till 30th September, time is there. September mentioned. That I will correct. Here is, I should mention what? No, June. I only told na. You only identified, no. So correctly you are observed. Your observation is accepted. Instead of 6, I mentioned 9. I have corrected that. Is clear, sir? That is how many months? 5 months. Time it is there. Now issue notice when today. Today means 9th August 2025. Show issued demanding total tax. Assistant Commission now. Therefore, 2 crore is empowered. ACRD is how much limit? Up to 2 crores. Beyond 20 lakhs, not exceeding 2 crores. Exact 2 crores. Plus interest plus penalties are there. Now, here, tax plus interest. For example, don't ask me how you got 10 lakhs. For example, don't ask me how much you got this. Assume this is the thing available, okay, under 74 issued. Any difficulty? This show cause valid in time. Now, the officer receive the feedback or the submission made by the Mr. X. With that, department may satisfy, fully drop the demand, or they may going to be say that partly we satisfied, therefore not 2 crores, you pay 1 crore. like that they were satisfied, or they fully not satisfied, asking you to pay full amount of 2 crores plus interest per penalty. Is clear? Now, there is a provision which says that in such case, if the taxpayer, Mr. X, if taxpayer paid tax plus interest, in case before issuance of show cause notice, then one benefit is there. Then penalty 0. Actually, what is a penalty? Penalty in the case of other than fraud, law says penalty is equal to 10% of tax short paid or rupees 10,000, whichever is higher. Here how much the tax है? 2 crores. So 2 crores 10% equal to 20 lakhs. So 20 lakhs or rupees 20,000. This is the total tax. CGST together. Now this is as per 74 capital A CGST Act, 10% of the tax are rupees 10,000. Same as per the SGST Act, 10% of the tax are rupees 10,000. Effectively speak, 10% of total tax are rupees 20,000, whichever is higher. So I charge rupees 20 lakhs penalty. See here, we look here. How much penalty here, Raja? 20 lakhs. Such a penalty not required to pay if the recipient, the taxpayer, paid the tax interest before issuance of show cause notice. Sir, show cause issued, sir. Issued. I wanted to pay, sir, but before I paid, issued show notice. No problem. Goodbye only, because the show cause notice issued to you for the reasons other than the fraud. Then, in that case, the law of the land says if tax payer paid tax plus interest within, as the word within 60 days from the date of issue of show cause notice, then penalty equal to 0. You get my point, sir? This is only up to this what I referred, issuance of notice and penalty thereon for the reasons other than the fraud. Any difficulty? To recapitulate, the time limit to issue notice 2 months from the due date of filing the annual return for the relevant period. And if that is the case, the taxpayer paid the tax interest well before notice issued, penalty equal to 0. Even after issue of notice, tax and interest paid fully within 60 days, penalty equal to 0. What is the penalty in the given case? Generally 10% of the tax or tax due or 10th, whichever is higher as per CGST Act. Same amount as per SGST Act. Get my point, sir? Now, department officer required to issue notice or not? Issue notice. If issue the notice, now I am removing this. Fully I am removing, not warranted. Leave it otherwise. Now, notice issued. Taxpayer not pay the tax and interest within 60 days from the date of issue of notice. In that case, officer required to pass the order. Get my point, sir? For passing the order in original, there is a time limit. Get my point, sir? If you pay the tax interest, goodbye. Before issuance of show cause notice, you pay the tax and interest. File close. Pass the order, drop the demand. But order should pass it to drop the demand because he paid all dues. You can't pass the order to demand penalty in such cases because he paid the tax interest before notice or within 60 days from the date of the issue of the notice. It's clear now. Now come back. Now GST proper officer AC assistant commissioner required to issue order in original within 12 months from the date of issue of show cause notice. Is clear, sir? Suppose from the date of issue of show cause notice within 12 months not able to pass the order because the officer is a busy person, then no problem. One step ahead, can we proceed further? He can request the permission where commissioner empowered to extend the time further 6 months. After expiry of 12 months, further can be extended to 6 months to issue the order in original. Commissioner or any officer authorized by the commissioner not below the rank of joint commissioner is empowered to extend the time period further 6 months. After that, not possible. Not that much only. That means 1.5 year time period is there to pass the order from the show cause notice. Is clear? Now, this is what 74 for the reasons other than the fraud. Now coming to for the reasons of the fraud, tax paid acting fraudulently. Tax paid acting fraudulently. In that case, some important call. From the house call come now, I will get a tendency. Otherwise, I won't rip the phone. Enama? Doubt? If you not listen, then referring further here, section 74A, show cause notice issued for reasons of fraud. Here show cause notice issued for reasons of fraud. What is the fraud? Suppression of fact, mens error, guilty mind, intention not to pay the tax. Symptoms of the fraud. Acting fraudulently not pay the tax, then show cause notice should be issued under section 74, capital A. Before issues of show cause notice, there is a provision which says that intimate, inform to the taxpayer. For example, here Mr. Y, registered person, fraudulently not paid total tax 2 crores. How much not paid? 2 crores. And why, how he committed the fraud? I told you the concept of symptoms of the fraud. How much he evaded? 2 crores. It is for the month of April 2024, financial year 24-25, for which 74A applies. Is clear? Now, here in that case, department officer, proper officer, let us say assistant commissioner, empowered to issue show cause notice, time period 42 months from relevant date. You don't know, I only explained to you elaborately relevant date. Relevant date is 31st December 2025. Then 42 months means you know that up to 30th June 2029. So, till 30th June 2029, they can issue notice. They issue notice. They have power to issue notice. Now, in the given case, they want to issue the show cause notice in that tax not paid. How much? 2 crore. There is interest till the date of issue of notice till the date. That interest may again differ. When you make the payment, furthermore delay, you have to add and pay. At the time of issue of notice, quantify the interest. That is, let us say, 10 lakh. 10 lakhs, for example, Raja. Thereafter, penalty under this clause is not 10% of the tax or rupees 10, which was higher. Straight one line, 100% of the tax, which is 2 crore is the penalty. No comparison, 10% also. 10,000 rupees. Directly, how much? 100% of tax, namely 2 crores here. Like that, notice can be issued. So, before issue of notice, the department intimated, hey, Mr. Y, you have been evade the tax. We have data with us, information. Your accountant only given to us. Proper date wise is there. 2 crores tax evasion. Will pay or not? Then the office, this taxpayer, everything is got by department. No other option. Surrender. Sir, tapu painten. I made a mistake. Next time I won't do. Can I pay the tax interest now itself? Sir, penalty equal to 100%, sir, please. Then, before issuance of show cause notice, if you pay the tax and interest, here, if tax plus interest paid before show cause notice, then in the given case, penalty is equal to 50% of tax. 15% of tax. Very important, sir. I am taking very slowly and explain. Dead slow I am making because of the relevance of the section in the exam point of view. Then how much comes here? Instead of 2 crores, penalty you pay only 30 lakhs. But penalty is there. Penalty cannot be zero here. Sir, if the taxpayer paid, if tax interest paid after issuance of, after issue of show cause notice, but within 60 days, then penalty is 25% of tax, which is equal to penalty is equal to 50 lakhs. Is clear? Sir, if I am going to pay the tax and interest after issuance of order in virginal, or after expiry of 60 days from the notice, as the case may be. Give the point, sir. In that case, if tax plus interest paid after issue of order within again 6 months, within 60 days, within wait 60 days time period I mentioned, within 60 days, just recapitulating my memory on the provision. 6 months only for that. 6 is correct only. Within 6 days. Because sometimes we get doubt. I'm human being, not a robot. AI. Correct. So within 60 days. If tax and interest paid after issuance of order, but within 60 days, then the penalty is equal to 50% of tax due, which is 1 crore. Is clear, sir? And here, in the given case, to issue order in virginal, OIO, in that case, time paid here is 12 months from issue of notice. It can be further extended to 6 months by the commissioner of central tax or any office authorized by the commissioner, not less than the rank of joint commissioner. Now got the clarity? The major area one can expect in examination. Now, once you understand this and all, there is a concept called as tax collected but not paid for a period more than 30 days from the due date. One clause is there. Or in case of self-assessment tax, not paid. Self-assessment tax not paid. Self-assessment tax not paid or tax collected not paid, meaning what you know? Liability shown in the GST1 return submitted, pass the credit to the buyer, but not submitted GSTR 3B return. Is called what? Tax collected but not paid or self-assessment tax not paid. Self-assessment tax not paid also includes liability shown in the GST1 return the same liability not shown in the Gesture 3B when they file the Gesture 3B. You get my point, sir? When they file the Gesture 3B, they not filed. It is a severe effect. What happened? In one hand, you pass the credit to buyer. On the other hand, the tax you not pay to department. Double effect. In such case, such a self-assessment tax not paid or tax collected and not paid. Tax collected not paid means what? Tax invoice issued, shown in the written GST 1, but not shown in the GST 3B, or you file the GST 3B without showing this, or not file the GST 3B itself. In that case, how long you did so? For a period of more than 30 days from the due date of filing such return. Then, in that case, even though you paid the tax, interest, in the case of other than fraud cases, you bound to pay penalty which is 10% of the tax or rupees 10,000, whichever is higher. Zero penalty not applicable. You get my point, sir? Self-assessment tax not paid or tax collected not paid cases, minimum penalty will appear if you not paid the tax for a period of 30 days from the due date. You may be paying the tax interest within 60 days from the date of show notice. In spite of that, you have to pay the penalty in the given case 10% of the tax or rupees 10,000, whichever is higher. As per CGST, as per the SGST, same amount. Again, add double. 10% of tax, 10% which tax? CGST tax. 10%. SGST tax, 10%. Compare these two together with 20,000. Whichever is higher, is the penalty will apply. Sir, such a self-assessment tax not paid or the tax collected but not paid, I have paid within 30 days from the due date of filing that return. In that case, no penalty. If not paid within 30 days from the due date of filing that return, then you may be paid the tax within 60 days from the date of show cause notice for the reasons and the fraud, penalty will apply. No. For the fraud, a minimum penalty is there 15%. Even issue of show notice. No. It is not a fraud. Why not a fraud? No. I said n number of times. My liability is shown in the GST 1 return. Have I shown? I said self-assessment tax. Self-assessment tax, I said, shown in the GST 1 return, I said, I have no money with me, man. What do you want me to do? No misuse. No misuse, Raja. I showed the GST 1 return. Have I suppressed the fact? If I suppress the fact, I should not have been shown in the GST 1 return. GST 1 return, I showed my all liability. I have a good buy, bad buy, good buy. Money is not there in my hand to pay in time. But I told the department, I promised to pay. Wait, I have some money. The money came after the due date. Within 10 days, money came. I honestly paid. No penalty. If that delay delayed for a period more than 30 days from the due date of filing the return GST 3B, that time only penalty will appear. Which is also for reasons other than the fraud. How much penalty? 10% of the tax or rupees 10,000, whichever is higher as per CGST, equal amount as per the SGST. It's clear. That's it. You are section 74A with effect from 1st November 2024 onwards, applicable for the financial year 2024-25 notices. Is clear? Any difficulty? That's it. The major hardcore recovery is this. Now, further, coming to section 75. Section 75 talks about general provisions for recovery of GST. General provisions. Recovery separate again. Recovery we have section 79. Now we are in 75. 75 says as follows. Entire 75 brought to your notice one slide. I will refer. My dear, here 1, 2, 3, these are all not numbers, Raja. These are all what? A subsection. Section 75, subsection 1, period of stay means what? I will explain this. Need explanation, Amma. Period of stay. Need explanation. See, department under section 74 capital A may be fraud, may be not a fraud. Time limit issue, show notice 5 months from the relevant date. Correct? Now, the taxpayer got intimation. Hey, you are going to pay the tax or not? Shall I issue the notice? Taxpayer got angry. How dare you to ask me to pay? I'm a gentleman. I'm a good in all aspects. He went to High Court. Before notice, he went to High Court. Appeal or writ? Tell me. He can file appeal or writ? No. Appeal comes into picture only against the order in original. If anything I want to challenge the court without having OIO, order in original, it is only writ petition. From there I can go to Supreme Court, special leave petition. These words comes into picture only when there is no appeal. Is clear? Now, show cause notice not issued. Order is not passed. I cannot go for appeal. But I went to High Court by paying the writ. This fellow going to harass me. Give immunity, protection from prosecution. Okay, High Court issued. Stay order issued. Stay order. Stay order, for example, hypothetical manner. It runs 4 years. Stay itself 4 years. Time period to issue the notice 3.5 years only, na? 42 months means what? 3.5 years from relevant date. Stay order itself is 4 years. Then question of a time period to issue the notice will expire or not? To avoid the priority difficulty, yeah, go to Puriya. You went to court, go. Stay order, have it. The period of stay order coolly excluded while computing limitation period 42 months from the relevant date. 4 years, ignore it. Balance you see 42 months, which is not expired. Issue the notice. Similar to that, my dear, section 74 capital A, subsection 5, where to pass the order in original, 12 months time period from the show cause notice. Against the show cause notice, he went for appeal. And appeal, sorry to say, writ, because order not passed. He went for writ. High Court. High Court should stay for 2 years. Time limit to issue the order from notice 12 months, if not 6 months extra, 1.5 year only, but stay itself 2 years. In that case, such a stay period, stay order period, coolly excluded while computing time period to pass the order is what? Section 75, subsection 1. Is clear, sir? Coming to the other point. Deemed notice, a powerful one. Section 75 subsection 2 deemed notice. ஐயா கேளுங்க. In the month of April 2025, short paid 8 lakhs. Why short paid? Because of short levied. Instead of 18%, 5% charge GST. Short paid how much? Almost 13%. Happened in the month of April, for which show cause notice issued within 42 months. After that, similar error, instead of paying 18%, 5%. Maybe similar product, similar taxpayer, same taxpayer, subsequently committed in the month of August 2025. Same, short paid. Here short paid, maybe 2 lakh. Then the same error, the same the revenue loss for which notice issued in original in time, subsequently the same offence is repeated or occurred for the subsequent period, again issuance of show cause notice not warranted. Directly invoke recovery proceedings, section 79, treating this here as deemed to be issued the notice. So here no show cause notice, it is issued intimation. The receipt is covered deemed notice. Actual notice not able to issue, but is as if issue the notice. Section 75 subsection 2. Then section 75 subsection 3. Order issued in pursuance of the court directions. Then the order should be issued within 2 years. Meaning what? The matter dispute 2 crores, Raja. 2 crores is the tax liability, 10 lakhs is the interest, 2 crores the penalty. Now, this matter went to appeal. Appeal said, department, is that 2 crores, man? It is 3 crores. Still you misplaced 1 crore. You sleeping. Let's check. Said by department, the judiciary to the officer. Then tribunal, High Court, Supreme Court empowered to remand the matter. Meaning what? Return back the file to reassess and send the differential amount order. In that case, officer want to pass the order furthermore. No notice here further. That order for differential amount of 1 crore plus on which interest, on which penalty. Such order can be issued by the department officer by taking the 2 years time period from the date of issuance of judgment by the judiciary. If the order is revised by the appellate authority or High Court tribunal, High Court or Supreme Court, then that orders can be passed from the date of judgment over a period of 2 years time period is there. Further, subsection 4 of section 75, opportunity of being heard. What do you mean by opportunity of being heard? Show cause notice clearly should give, please show the cause. Why should not I ask you to pay the tax of 2 crores along with that interest and penalty? The reason, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, clear cut information should you communicate to the taxpayer, and the taxpayer has an opportunity to present his stand is called opportunity of being heard. Unless opportunity of being heard is given, if you pass any order, that order null and void. Only in extreme case only the law is relaxed. Opportunity of being heard not required. In the case of a cancellation of a registration, if the department officer got the information, if it is intimated to the taxpayer, he will abscond like exemalia and he is going to be cause huge amounts of revenue loss. In that case, a person, a fraudster, repeatedly committing the offences, fighting with the department physically also. One fine day, the department people came for audit. He closed the doors from outside, beaten brutally. All the officers got hospitalized. Very bad fellow. Such a taxpayer to whom? Hi sir, how are you sir? Have you had lunch or not sir? I am going to issue notice to you sir. Why should not I cancel your registration sir? Please tell me sir. Such opportunity to hear, not required to grant. Only such an extraordinary, idiotic taxpayer case. I use the word idiotic, but not use idiotic. I am using some drum, some music. Means very bad taxpayer. Opportunity of being hearing without giving cancellation of registration not allowed. In general, try to understand. A taxpayer very bad. Start with fraud, offender, fraudulent. Every time coming the offences, even punished with imprisonment. After imprisonment completion came out and come the fraud. Fraudster, habitual tax evader. Name is what? Habitual tax evader. What name you have to give then? Tax offender. To make understand only I said that word. Sometimes I'll say, but not to hit to any person. If I hit any person, other way around, I'm extremely sorry. It is not my intention to say like that. Fraudster, habitual evader. If we intimate him, show cause notice, he will wash out entire amount and he will abscond. He won't, not possible first to catch hold him. Not possible to catch hold him. Such a type of taxpayers, registration want to cancel, provision is there. Supreme provision in the hands of officer. Without issuing that show cause notice, directly pass the order of cancellation. But it is not in all cases. Is clear? Now please come back. It's called opportunity of being heard. So allow the taxpayer to submit his stand before passing order in original. Now come back. Section 75, subsection 5. Adjournment not more than three times during the hearing. So an issued officer, taxpayer said, sir, wait sir, you asked me to come by next month, first. Difficult sir, next month, first. For me difficult sir. Why? Reason. My great grandmother ceremony. Great grandmother ceremony. How can I come sir? Okay, accepted. Excuse. Postpone. Postpone. After 2 months, on so and so date. Sir, I could not able to come sir. Why? My particular factory where I located, that area is declared as a cantonment zone for corona pandemic. Oh, okay. Relax. Postpone. Like that, how long you can postpone during the hearing process means for a maximum period of 3 occasions, not more than that. Further, section 75, subsection 6, relevant facts and basis of this decision. That is what I said now, in opportunity being heard. When given, you give the information, a detailed content, based on what provision, based on the reasons you have been arrived the liability. Section 75, subsection 7, order should not be passed more than the demand mentioned in the show notice. This I referred to in the intro. Section 75, subsection 8. Court findings final. Court findings final. If you have any difficulty, go for appeal further. From Commissioner Appeals to Tribunal, from Tribunal to High Court to Supreme Court. Section 75, subsection 9. Order original containing interest or not, you bound to pay interest, which is mandatory in case of delay payment of GST. This point in the last class I referred under the chapter called what? Interest for delay payment. Section 75, subsection 10. Time barred orders. What is the time barred on 74A? If the order issued after expiry of 12 months from the date of the issuance of show notice and further the time period of 6 months is not granted to you. Even if the time period granted beyond 6 months, the order has been issued after expiry of 12 months plus after expiry of 6 months, after 1.5 years from the show notice, you are passing the order in original. Such order was null and void. Taxpayer not going to pay the tax, interest penalties. In that case, what happened? No, department coolly upon the recommendation of GST Council, the government will issue the notification, extension of due dates to issue order original. It happened in the previously happened like anything after GST introduction. Really, taxpayers, honest taxpayers, suffer the lot. Honest taxpayers suffer the lot. Pay the tax, subsequently clarified not to go to pay the tax, and the previous data is settled as is various basis. Then gone, the amount fully gone. Single rupee can refund. But anyhow, we pay the tax to our nation, Mother India, for the. We proud for that. We prayed for that. No shooter. Instead of paying the bribe and all, we pay the tax to department. Means government. We are paying to ourselves, our welfare. Our means not only self but society welfare. You know that. I'm not going to say that further. So tax payment is always good. Even pay excess amount of tax. Don't get hurt also. Pay to our India, to mother country. We can pay any tax. One of the eminent actress, I'm talking about 1980s, 1970s, 80s, a big actor, wife of Gemini Ganesh, second wife. When there was a Second World War came, war with the Pakistan, she directly went, without consulting any person, directly to the Prime Minister office. Moraji Desai seems to be, I'm not sure about that, subject to correction. She went, take the appointment. She went with so much of her jewels. All jewels she removed and kept on the table of Prime Minister. Contribution to the nation because of war going on. War going on, difficult, na? Work won't be take place. Unemployment takes place. So that jewels, entire jewels has been given. Because her own earnings it is. It is officially there on the record. It may be, maybe it will be runs in the crores of rupees. I do not know. All jewels she kept on the table of Prime Minister. Take some. This is what the nationalism, patriotism. Now come back. I'm telling you. She ended. Father not required. Her daughters are eminent doctors presently in Madras. Not required. Plenty of money is there. But having that much of money, the intention to give is to become or not. That is important. But anyhow, come back. My point here is time barred order. Time barred order in the sense to say, if not issued within a time period of 12 months or 18 months, get that? Within 12 months, if not within 18 months, if not issued the order, that is time barred. Taxpayer not required to pay the tax. Now, section 75 subsection 11, very powerful section it is. Can you read, sir, please? One person, any person can read this and for me, please, Raja. It is there. Triggering. Just say hello.
Hello.
Go ahead. Read that sections.
Decision which is prejudicial to the interest of revenue in some other proceedings to the date of appeal shall be excluded in computing the period under section 73-74 Locus notice to order.
Now it is replaced as a is clear, Rama? Show cause notice to order. I will tell you, sir, you won't forget. By reading difficult, prejudicial to the order or in some other case. What is this? Need attention. Is there, but I will give my own way of presentation. Now here, my dear, a case like this. Commissioner of Central Tax, CCT, Commissioner of Central Tax, issued show cause notice to Bharatwaj Institute Private Limited, demanded show cause notice where tax 20 crore, for example, artificial, that much turnover is not there. I am telling you. Just understand the provision. Provision. BI, some BI. BI may be Bharatwaj Institute, BI may be the Bharat Institute, something. Now, in that given case, this BI Institute counter replied saying that in case of ABC Limited versus Commissioner of Central Tax City, Bombay High Court given judgment in favor of ABC Limited, facts of this case similar to BI Private Limited. Department officer, commissioner, why you are harassing us? Bombay High Court said in some other case, not liable to pay GST in favor of the taxpayer judgment given. That facts of the case, our facts of the case here, one and same. Therefore, you please pass the order, drop the demand. Is a reply. Who made reply? Yeah, BI. Is it clear, bro? Then the Commissioner of Central Tax now got confusion. Whether should I pass the order confirming the demand, or shall I pass the order, drop the demand? He's thinking, rethinking, consulting. Almost all, here what happened? 1 year, 8 months over from show cause notice. 8 months, 1 year, 8 months are over from show cause notice. Still not pass the order. Now, from the date of issue of show notice, within 12 months, if not from the 6 months, within 18 months, should have been passed the order. But here almost a 1 year, 8 months, 20 months are over. Can't pass the order. Why this lag happen? Because reply given by the taxpayer by citing one judgment of a high court. The facts of the case and the given fact exactly one and same. In that high court order, given the judgment in favor of the taxpayer against the department. Whether I should pass the order or not, confusion, I have not passed the order. And in the given case, ABC Limited versus Commissioner of Central Tax, who got aggrieved? Department got aggrieved. You, in this particular Bombay, with the help of Bombay High Court judgment, not only revenue loss of whatever may be in that case of ABC, similar cases across the India, crores of rupees revenue loss. Judgment of the Bombay High Court is not digestible to the department. Then from High Court to Supreme Court, from High Court to that of Honorable Supreme Court, department filing, department tried to file, department try to file appeal. Finally, appeal accepted by our Honorable Supreme Court within, let us say, within 15 months. Assume. How much time taken? 15 months. Trying to appeal, they are planning to appeal, consulting with their advocates and preparing the appeal format and taking the other third opinions, that in this totally the time taken, and made application for appeal, and the Supreme Court of India accepted from appeal. That means what? Hearing from appeal. If High Court judgment challenged in the Supreme Court, there are two possibilities. Supreme Court reject the appeal, meaning thereby High Court appeal is final. Supreme Court will hear the case by taking into for appeal. Then the High Court judgment is null and void. Meaning what? Your judgment in High Court is not appropriate. Supreme Court will hear. Is clear? It's two possibilities. That no, Mohit Minerals Private Limited, ocean freight, on account of import of goods, CAF value, freight is in the CAF value liable to pay custom duty. Again, department taking the sea freight separately and asking the IGST to pay as import of services. That matter is referred by the Gujarat High Court, said is not justifiable. It is not right approach to levy IGST and sea freight. It is IGST to be levied on sea freight. It is bad in the law struck down. High Court said that. So the department came to Supreme Court. Mohit Minerals, sir, Supreme Court rejected. No, what the High Court said is correct only. You should not levy the tax like that. They said. Now High Court judgment is final. No, Supreme Court taken up for hearing. Then High Court judgment not appropriate. So that process taken 15 months time. Because of that reason, my officer of Commission on Tax waiting to pass the order. By the how many months taken place? 12 plus 8. 20 months taken place. To pass the order, 12 months plus 6, 18 months only, but 20 months taken place. If the officer want to pass the order, null and void. To avoid this null and void situation, department, the judiciary said under section 75, chapter 11, the time taken by the department officer from High Court to Supreme Court, how many months taken place? 15 months. Because of that reason, in our given case, officer held up not to pass the order. That from 20 months, this 15 months time period coolly excluded. The balance how many months are there? 5 months. Actual time limit issue 12 months. How much expired? 5 only. Still will have 7 months time period to pass the order, thereby to give the life for the order in the given scenario. This is what section 75 subsection 11 of CGST, not IGST, CGST. Got the clarity? Now please come back. Section 76. Tax collected but not paid to department. Wrongly or rightly, if you collect the tax, should be removed to department. If not, recovery under section 74 is as follows. Show cause notice can be issued for such tax payment collecting purpose without any time limit for issuance of show notice. Lifetime is there. However, once the notice has been issued within a period of 1 year, the department should pass the order. Office will determine the amount of whatever may be the amount in that notice, and the interest has to be mentioned in that notice. Opportunity of being here should be given. Within 1 year from the date of issue of such notice, pass the order. Issuance of notice, no time period. Under 76. Once issue the notice, from the date of notice to pass the order, 1 year time period. Then tax collected. If tax collected more than what's supposed to be collected, will be claimed refund by the buyer, taxpayer by following section 54. Is clear, sir? Short payment not possible. Short payment only we are going to send the notice. Get my point, sir? Tax collected but not paid. We are collecting. If while collecting excess amount, you can ask for refund. It's a process of 76 in nutshell. Coming to 77, already covered. What is that? Tax wrongly paid. Instead of payment of IGST, I paid CGST and SGST. Instead of paying the CGST, SGST, I paid IGST. Instead of paying IGST, I paid CGST, SGST. In that case, what I have not paid rightly, now pay, and what I already paid wrongly, ask for refund. Refund आपको मिल जाएगा. Refund will be given to you. While paying the tax belatedly, not required to pay interest, because some amount equally already paid in the wrong head. Got the clarity? Once show cause notice issued, it may be 74A or it may be 76. Notice issued. You have to pay, no? You have to pay. Not paid. You have to reply but not reply. department passed the order. After passing OIO, order in original, still you not paid. That means whenever I send the notice, you see and put in dustbin. When I send the order original, you saw and throw in dustbin, not responding at all. Then department, how long wait to make the payment? Means from the date of issuance of order, time limit to make the payment is 3 months. Some cases, the 3 months can be reduced if the department feels necessary to protect the interest of the revenue. If not paid within 3 months, then department initiating recovery proceedings. Section 78 says recovery proceedings initiations. Now recovery proceedings starts here. Recovery proceedings, I will make elaborate, thereby visibility. Recovery proceedings. Here, step 1, first recovery. Recovery by deducting from money owed. Recovery by deducting from any money owed. Sir, in the given case, you place the refund application of rupees 2 lakhs refund. It is eligible to claim refund. Department notice your case where you not pay the tax 5 lakhs. Recovery initiated. First and foremost, you are entitled to get any amount from the department. 2 lakh rupees refund pending is there, sir. First you set up against recovery, no refund. 2 lakh rupees set up to 5 lakhs. Balance how much is there? 3 lakhs. Further to recover. Recovery by sale of the goods under the control officer. Officer detained the goods, seize the goods, confiscate the goods. That goods are now selling off. Where is the payment? How much? 50,000. Set off. 3 lakhs due minus 50,000. Balance still liable how to pay? 2 lakh 50,000. Be careful, you are the officer. If you misplace the account and the evasion of tax takes place further. Get my point, sir? 5 lakhs due, 2 lakhs owe interest. Set off 3 lakhs due. Sale of the goods in the possession of the department 50,000. The balance 3 recover 3 lakh 2 lakh 50,000 still pending is there. That can be recovered from a third person. Garnishee proceeding. What do you mean by garnishee proceedings? Means here very simple, sir. If the taxpayer has a fixed deposit 1 lakh rupee, how much? Fixed deposit 1 lakh rupee. So and so bank came to know through balance sheet by department. Department send the notice to the banker. Hey banker, so and so a defaulter from to whom we have initiated recovery proceedings. His fixed deposit how much is there with the interest? Sir, as of today with the interest 1,15,000. 1,15,000. Okay. This fellow liable to pay to us. Therefore, his fixed deposit you please pay to us. Sir, fixed deposit lock-in period 1 year, sir. Okay. Soon after the lock-in period over, that amount should pay off for department dues. Banker says, no, I am not going to pay like that. Then banker will be held assessee in default. What is the action against the taxpayer? If not paid, same action will be taken against banker if he not honored garnishee proceeding. Therefore, the amount is paid by the bankers 1,15,000. Due how much? 2 lakh. 2,50,000 minus now amount 1,15,000. Balance amount still collectible how much? 1,35,000 is due. Then coming to recovery by sale of immovable property, movable property. Sir, movable property, one particular old vehicle is available, sir. Sold for, let us say, 1 lakh rupees, sir. That is recovered. Still 35,000 rupees. Whether there is any land registered in their name in the sub-register office. No, sir. No land has been registered, sir. No building registered, sir. Then finally, for the want of balance, How much? 35,000. Knock the door of the judiciary. Milord, so and so taxpayer not pay the tax. We are unable to recover. Finally, the amount rupees 35 is pending, sir. Then the court will take into account and initiate the proceeding to recover through court recovery. Court recovery. If at that level the taxpayer says, I am liquidated, nothing is there in my hand except my wearing apparel. Insolvency. In case of insolvency taken place, then we can't do anything. There will be bad debt to department. No, sir. Insolvency not taken place, sir. The taxpayer passed away, sir. Legal heads. That fellow, now, sir, that fellow sold the business, sir, to newcomer. Successor held liable for predecessor liability. Repeating, successor held liable for predecessor liability. Is called liability to pay GST, which we refer separate section 89, 90 and all comes into picture. Liability to pay GST in certain cases. This is what section 79, recovery of tax from a person including distinct person. Head office, the branch office, two separate got registered. Anyone not paid, other one held liable. Got the clarity, sir? Maximum I have referred this and all here. Yes. With this, crash course in the name of rapid revision for September 2025, exam of CA final paper number 5, indirect taxes, demand and recovery is completed for the batch. Demand and adjudication is completed. Is clear, my dear friends? After having the break of 10 minutes, today I am planning to go up to 6 p.m. As a result, we'll complete the leftover. How many are there? Appeals, AR. Appeals AR only is there. If I complete the appeals and AR along with the liability to pay GST, this is liability to pay GST, certain cases. If the 3 chapters are completed, GST will complete today. Tomorrow, fresh, we can have what? Customs and FTP. Highly sufficient. If I am not wrong, the customs FTP for your rapid revision, I will complete before 2 p.m. by tomorrow. Customs FTP that much of easy. I will take maximum 4 p.m. Extreme. Tomorrow will get complete. Provided which is made by you to complete in time. 1 day ahead itself because of sitting 2 hours extra or 1.5 hour minimum extra. Is clear, sir? See you after 10 minutes from now. Fresh up and come back. Have a cup of tea or coffee. Nothing is wrong. Generally, as a human being, at this stage, after having the lunch, we will be drowsiness. That means what? Health is good health. But in the class, if you drowsy manner feel, difficult to catch all the points. Get my point, sir? So relax, fresh up, go outside, have a fresh of tea or coffee with a strong hot, then come back. We'll continue. Today, we're going to complete GST law. Liability to pay GST and guesses. Second one, appeals. Third one is a advanced ruling. These 3 only. Very simple. On the fingertips, I can able to make you understand these chapters. Is clearer? Yeah. 10 minutes break.